Hello, welcome to Mr. Paul's Pantry. I'm Mr. Paul. If it's your first visit here, a very warm welcome. If you're returning, it's nice to see you back again. Now today I'm going to show you how to make this lovely prawn dish. It's called Harissa Prawns with a cauliflower rice. Let's do it then. So here we go with the ingredients for the Harissa prawns. First of all, we've got the prawns. There's 400 grams of prawns there. They're raw prawns, tiger prawns. I've peeled them and deveined them. I know 400 grams seems a lot, but I am going to make this dish for 3 or 4 people. You can scale it up or down exactly as you want. Okay, so that's the prawns. 3 cloves of garlic, 1 red pepper and 1 yellow pepper, 1 onion, the juice of 1 lemon, half of the calabasin or courgette as you call it, some harissa paste, which is a chili paste from Morocco. I'll explain a little bit more about that when we come to use it. And this is tomato. Now you can buy it in tins anywhere. It's just chopped tomato, but it's chopped very, very fine. If you can't find it, you can buy a tin of chopped tomatoes, put it in your blender and blitz it down till it's a lot smoother than it is as chopped tomatoes. It needs to be nice and smooth, okay? It's also called passata. You can tins of passata. It's the same thing. And a little touch of honey. That's optional, but it does make a nice little difference. So I'll start prepping the vegetables, and we'll carry on and go from there. Now, before we do anything else, we'll start off with the prawns. I explained before, these are tiger prawns. I've peeled them and deveined them, as you can see. Open them up and taken the veins out. And we're going to add some harissa. Now harissa is a chili paste which is from Morocco. Probably you don't know, but my wife and I had a house in Morocco for quite a number of years, and so got to know quite a lot of Moroccan cooking, and this is one particular dish that we really liked. You can make it as hot or as mild as you want. It's up to you. I'm going to put in here, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 teaspoons. It'll be quite hot, but not too hot. And onto that I'm going to add the lemon juice. And then we mix that all together with the prawns. And we're going to leave those for about 20 minutes in the fridge, just to take on the lemon juice and the harissa. Tablespoonful of oil in the pan. Now we're going to cook this on quite a high heat, because we need to do the onions quickly and sort of get a bit of colour on them, rather than normally doing them slowly and caramelizing them. And we go with the onions. Got those on quite a high heat. Now these need to cook for 3 to 4 minutes until they start putting some colour on them. They're starting to colour just a little bit now, as you can see. You can see now getting a bit of colour on them. So now it's time to pop in the vegetables. Now I'm going to put in the red pepper, the yellow pepper and the calabasin, the courgette. And I'm going to pop a lid on that now, just so the steam softens the vegetables a little bit. And I'm going to leave that for about another 3 minutes. I'm going to remove the lid and now stir fry them for about another minute or so. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to add the garlic. Just stir fry about another minute. We don't want to burn the garlic, so at this stage we're going to turn the heat down a little. The peppers are now starting to soften, and we're going to add the passata. Now this is what I was telling you about. This is the tomato just chopped very fine. You can see as I pour it out, can you see that? But it hasn't got other things added to it. It hasn't got onions or anything like that. So if you can't find this in your supermarket, you just buy a 400-gram tin of chopped tomatoes, pop it in the blender and whiz it up, and you'll finish up with exactly the same. Okay, so we're going to mix that in together now. Then I'm going to leave that to simmer. Turn it a little bit higher. Leave that to simmer now for about 5 minutes. And when the 5 minutes is up, I'll come back and have a look. And it's doing fine, so I'll add some salt and pepper here at this stage. I'm going to use some freshly ground black pepper here, I think. Get into the thing. I always have problems with these mills. Nice grind of pepper. Give it another stir, and then we'll leave it for the rest of the 5 minutes for it to, you see it's reducing nicely, thickening the sauce and cooking the vegetables at the same time. The vegetables will have some bite to them. They're not going to be all mushed up like a ratatouille or anything like that. Now for the cauliflower, I'm using this instead of rice or couscous. In Morocco, of course, they would use couscous. I'm going to use cauliflower and make this so it's a much healthier dish because there's no carbohydrate. We're going to use that, and we're going to use a teaspoon of cumin. A teaspoon of cumin. And a little oil. Not much. We'll blitz that up. Yes, well, it goes a lot better when you plug it in. Lovely. Now we're going to add the prawns and the marinade to the pan of vegetables. Put them on top, put the lid on, and cook for 3 to 4 minutes, just until the prawns turn opaque. That means they're ready. We want to be very careful not to overcook them. Now in the pan, you see I've got a little bit of oil and a little knob of butter. The oil is there just to stop the butter burning. It's on quite a highish heat, and I'm going to now put in the cauliflower. I'll just let that sit there a short while until it warms up a little bit, and we need to cook that until it starts to brown, just like toasted breadcrumbs really. This has just started colouring now, and I think we could leave that and we'll carry on with the rest, and we'll be ready to serve it in no time. Okay, 3 to 4 minutes is up, and here we are, all ready to go. Prawns are all nicely cooked, and we'll dish it up. And there we are, the finished dish. Does that look nice? It looks absolutely delightful, and I'm just going to try one of those prawns. Absolutely gorgeous. Bon appetit! Well, that's it for this time. I hope you've all enjoyed the video. If you have, go underneath the video and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment or a question. I'll answer them all as soon as I get round to it. And if you have not subscribed already, subscribe, and then you'll be informed every time I put up a new video. You won't miss one. If you'd like to donate via PayPal or become a Patreon, you can do that also from the links underneath the video. And it's been nice meeting you today, and it's Mr. Paul saying bye for now, and I'll see you next time.